Join me today to make this really sweet envelope pocket journal, and it is truly simple to make, not quick but definitely simple, so please do join me for my tutorial. I'm certainly enjoying sharing whatever I'm making with everybody on the other side of this camera, and I am so chuffed that Rachel has decided to do the 100-day project as part, which makes up a whole collaboration, which is just an awesome idea, and it certainly will keep me busy for the next few days and also keep me motivated to carry on through my 100-day challenge. So this video is going up on Wednesday, so Angela Kerr will be with you today, and if you haven't already caught up, you need to go back and look at yesterday's video, which is G Kerr, and also go back to Monday and join Edith from scrapbooking with me. And on Thursday we've got Mylena Plant. Friday Kate in the Nest is finishing off, and then we're full circle back to Saturday and Sunday. Saturday RachandBella and Bella Crafts Studios, and then I pop back up again next Wednesday. But I will actually be doing a video again on Sunday. I'll be joining in on the challenge, but not actually part of the collaboration, but I will do my usual Sunday video, and I will also do it in line with Rachel's ideas, which are journal covers and binding next week. So I hope that makes sense. And also, I do have a freebie again on my Ko-fi page. You will find a PDF download of tons of ideas for pockets and tucks and making them out of envelopes. So please do go along to Ko-fi. It is free and you can download it. You don't have to pay. But of course, if you do want to support this channel and support me to keep on doing videos, because it does actually cost YouTubers to do videos. We do pay a lot of subscriptions to be online, and music and software and all manner of things, so it does help if you do decide to contribute. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you're enjoying. Please do leave me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this. Leave me a comment. I love looking at all your comments, and don't forget to check out Angela Kerr's video today. I can't wait to see what she's making for pockets and tucks, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now. So let's start with this envelope, and it's already open on one side for me, so I'm going to open it on the other two sides as well, because I find it easier to work like that, and it maybe is a little bit counterintuitive, because you'll probably, if you're just making an envelope pocket, you will most definitely be sealing these back up. But I was thinking of showing you maybe something different, but I don't know if it'll work. So we'll give it a go. And do this a little bit straighter. Okay, so opens like that. So I'm going to decorate the front with this gorgeous pink paper, and I was thinking of using this paper as well, but I did wonder whether to do it all in pink. I think I'm going to do it all in pink. Actually, you could do it separately, but I think for the main part I'm going to do pink. So this is the one I made off camera, and you can see there, so I've got a back to it, and I've got the same print going all the way around there. Then I've got a contrasting pocket there, and I've got the same paper then in the back there, but I haven't actually done all the back, covered all the back. I've just covered where the envelope is. So you have a nice surprise when you pull that tag out, and then you've got that lovely tag there as well. So we know now that this part of this is going to be covered, and I don't want a really deep pocket, I want quite a shallow pocket. So you only need to cover down past where your pocket's going to go. So let's use that horrible sticky mess there as a guide on where I'm going to put the first part of the paper. And I find the easiest way to do that is just to glue where I want this to go, and then add the paper and cut it as I go along. So I don't want to go right close to this because I don't want to get glue on the plastic. So let's go to there. Just add a little bit of glue. And I'm just going on the window just past the corner bit. Shimmying it up there. So that's going to glue it to about there. So let's cut this down, making sure I don't cut through the envelope. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay, and then trim it off this side. You don't have to be exact, you can certainly tidy up your edges a little bit later on. So you can see now that it's gone past the sort of corner of the window there. Just makes your life a lot easier. Okay, so the next bit I'm going to do now, so this is the right length. So again, I'm going to do exactly the same thing on this side. Now you could, if you wanted to, depending on what you're going to do with the back, you could actually fold this over because it would fit on the back if you want the back and the front the same. And I think for ease, I think I will do that actually. So I'm going to go, what am I going to go? No, I'm not going to do it the same. I'm going to keep it separate, I think, because I want to go from here and down. I think I'll do a different piece on the back. Let's go for a bit of variety. So I am going to have to cut into this, which breaks my heart, but it is necessary. So I'm going to put that across there like that. So let's just cut a strip off, maybe this mesh. So if I go from there, so I do need it just past that line there, so let's so again you need to go just past the line to get a nice crisp edge. I'd love to be able to do a sort of corner that way. I'm sure there's a way of doing it, but right at this moment in time I haven't thought of one. You could probably use something like a stub punch, which I have got, and maybe I'll try that at some point. Okay, so I need to glue this a bit better. So before we do that strip, I want to see what the pocket looks like. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to cover the back. Now the back, the orientation isn't quite right on that. So I think no, what I'll do is no, that's not going to work either. What's this piece? Will that piece work? So I'm going to put a pocket on the back. So I might as well use this one on the back. It's not quite straight, so let me straighten it up. I'll get my trusty glue stick. I find it easier when I'm making things like this not to straddle the centre. I would rather put some fabric or some washi or something on there. I just find it more difficult to stitch it and to make it sit right. So what I want to do is I want to use this piece for the pocket, which is why I didn't really want to put it there, because I think it would look silly. It might not look silly because I will have stuff in the pocket, but I think it would be nice to do something contrasting there. I'm not quite sure what yet, but let's cut this because it's a perfect size. And let's put a notch in it. Is this going to cut? Oh yes, it'll cut this weight paper. And let's just de-stress that a little bit. So we'll leave that like that, and then we'll put another pocket on the back. So for this one I will cut it so that the orientation is correct. And I think it makes sense to do it the same size. I think it'll look neater. Of course, you can mix and match any of these. But I do like mixing the digital kits from RachandBella Crafts, these vintage ones, with music paper. I think that works really well. But these prints are very subtle, so I think I'll keep that subtlety going. So that will go in the back like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a little bit of distressing around the white bits on the edges. So I'm going to use my blending tool and just get rid of the whites, just in case it peeks through a little bit. Of course, you can always trim up as well, and I'll probably need to trim that edge as well in a bit. Okay, so I've got my 2 pockets there, and so I need to decide now what I want to put there. I need to go and get another piece of paper. I think I can make this one work, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it so it's the right... Oh, that's not working. So which side do I want? I think I want the writing in it, so I want to get it so it's right there. Now I can see there's just a smidgen difference on the top there, which will drive me insane, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so that fits like that, and then my upside down pocket will go there like that, and that pocket with a twisty orientation will go there like that. So this is how it's looking so far. Do love this. I want to use that somewhere. Oh, right. Okay, I got distracted for a second. So on the inside, now I am going to have to let you into a secret now, because what I'm thinking of doing is turning this into a mini journal. So if you were just going to do this as a pocket and you were going to stitch these together now, just like my first version, which is here, all you've got is this at the top open, and as you can see, I haven't decorated inside. I've just put a nice pretty tag in there, and I've got a background. So if you're going to sew this back up and keep it just like a pocket, then all you need to do is have some backing paper where you can see the window space there. But I'm going to try and make this into an envelope journal pocket, should we call it. And I'm just going to square up this edge here, because it is quite crooked, and I think it'll look better if it's straight. That is quite out, actually. I don't really want to trim it that much. Trim that off. Okay, that looks a bit better. So I'm going to need to actually cover all of this, and what I need is to have something contrasting to this in the back, and I don't think this is going to work. No, because it needs to be different to that actually, so I need to go and find another piece of paper to go in the back there. So I've got some script pages here. Let's see what the blue looks like. That's quite a contrast. I think that fits in a little better. It's a bit more subtle, I think. I like that. So I'm going to use that for this side. So let's glue that in place. And when you put it up against this, you want to make sure it's not really touching. It's just slightly off, so it doesn't affect the folding. And I'm just going to push it up. I'm going to strengthen in there as well anyway, so I'm not worried too much about being able to see the Tesco.com print. And I'm going to go all the way down here because I'm not too sure what I want to do inside. I might just do a tuck spot rather than a pocket, and I don't know at this stage what shape tuck spot I want to do. So the other thing you could do actually is fold this and have that as the pocket. That would work really nice. I know the orientation's the wrong way, but I don't mind that. So you could do that. That's an option. Okay. Oh, and I need to cut this side. And now's your chance to tidy this up if it's a little bit out as well. You can re-tidy it up. So as you can see, it's much easier to work with the envelope open, even if you're not making a journal cover like I'm thinking of doing. Okay, and then, so that's folding quite nice like that. And then on this side, because you're not going to see it through the window, I could use that, but I think I'll use the blue one, I think. And I'm going to do it in stages to make it easier. So let's cut this down a little bit. Let's make sure that measure's okay. Yeah, that's plenty. And I'm lining it up with the pieces on the front. And I think I'll just leave a lip there so I can tidy up the top in a minute. And then chop this down. Okay, and then I think that would look nice there. Right, I think I can afford to go a smidgen again, because I'll be covering it anyway, so better that it doesn't stop the fold. So just a little bit. There we are. I'm not going to ink there. I think it looks fine without. Let's just measure. Let's just fold this. Yeah, that's okay. I'd rather have a little gap and then cover the gap than it block the fold. So we just got a little bit of a gap there, which is fine. Quite a lot of cutting and chopping and not measuring, but fitting bits of paper on. But I like this. I find this quite enjoyable. And now all we've got to do is that bit, and I've got this piece here which would fit, so let's measure that. I don't think my window thing is particularly straight, so we'll see what this looks like now. Oh, I know what it is. I think this piece of paper isn't straight. So if I measure it up there, that needs to be straight on this side, so okay. And then let's trial some other pieces, so I can do the same. No, that's not big enough. I've got this here. Will that be big enough? No, that's not big enough. I can use that, like that. Oh, I can go, I think that looks okay like that. Let's use that. So do check on the other side, because you may find that it's just peeking through there. So I've just pulled it up very, very slightly, so it's not peeking anymore. And then I can cut all the way across here and tidy up all the edges. Got a bit more glue. Okay. So for the inside, I'm going to use some masking tape. And I think this will be thick enough. So actually this is surgical tape, not masking tape. 3M surgical tape. on first. And pop some on the other side, just to give it a bit of strength. So I haven't put the pockets on yet because that's kind of the last thing I do before I finalise everything before stitching. So I'm going to leave those for a little bit. So I haven't forgotten about them, but I'm going to leave them. And I want to put now some fabric, it's quite messy here. So I'm just going to fold that, and then I want some fabric to go across there like that, and some fabric in there. So this piece of fabric here needs to be pretty thin. I'm going to end the video here and split the video into two parts because at the time of recording I didn't realise how much I'd recorded and how long the process took. It's a very, very simple process, I have to stress that, but it does take time to stick bits of paper down onto your envelope. It's thoroughly enjoyable, so please do stick with it. So part 2 will be coming up next, and you can go straight into that. When I first edited this video, I sped up a lot of the boring bits where I'm sticking and cutting, and I also cut a lot of it out as well. The version you're watching now, I cut very little from the process but did still speed it up. I'd be really interested to know how best to deal with my videos when they are too long, and by what I mean by being too long is longer than an hour. So I think the original start to finish video for this process was about an hour and 45 minutes, and I really didn't want to put a video out like this. To me it would put me off, and I wouldn't really want to watch something like that. Whereas if it's split into two parts, then at least you can watch part 1, get an idea, and then carry on with part 2 when you've got time. So I really, really like some feedback on that to understand how best to set my videos up so that they are more pleasant to watch. And if the speeding up part is really annoying to people, please do let me know that as well, and I will try and stop doing that and try and find another way to save on some time. So in the next part we'll be carrying on with doing the spine, making it a little bit more pretty but also a little bit more secure and strong, and then you do actually get to the end where I do finally make the window envelope pocket journal. So please do go and have a look at the second part. See you in a jiffy.